Hello, everyone. My name is John Howe-Wemett. I'm the financial planner here at Generation Capital Management, back with another episode of John's Top Tips. Well, it's that magical time of the year again. I'm most excited about the amount of food that I get to consume, but some folks do love giving gifts. Now, a lot of us are feeling the pinch of inflation, so some of our discretionary spending will need to decrease. And unfortunately, gifts are sort of the first thing on the chopping block in terms of discretionary spending. Luckily, it's pretty easy to save this holiday season if you know where to look and some strategies to use. Let's dive right in. The first tip that I have is looking for opportunities for cash back. We're always looking for discounts, but another opportunity is cash back. And there are some cash back tools that you can take a look at. Your credit card might offer some cash back for particular vendors. So be sure to log into your credit card's online portal. Your debit card might have this opportunity too. And check and see if there are any ways that you can add cash back bonuses for particular vendors through that portal. Also, be sure to check out apps and browser extensions. There are things like Rakuten and Honey. These are both apps and browser extensions that will search for discount codes for you, and they will also give you cash back. So you can essentially, all the spending that you would do anyway, you can look for the vendor that you're buying from within those apps. And essentially, they just maintain a balance of your cash back for you, and eventually they'll cut you a check or they'll do a direct deposit for you. And it is a really good way to earn a little bit extra cash back and potentially save a little bit more for money that you would spend anyway. My next tip is to start early and be patient. Try to get your shopping targets together well in advance. We all know that Black Friday seems to be one of the times that we see some good deals, but there are actually some really good deals to be had ahead of Black Friday as well. So my tip is to shop all year if you can. One of my favorite things to do is actually go to thrift stores. I love going to thrift stores on the weekend. I did that as a kid growing up, and every now and then I like to hit them. You can find some really good deals on some stuff that's in good condition, and you're helping out a good cause when you go to thrift stores as well. And also be sure to keep return periods in mind. The return periods of certain things, especially now between sort of November and the end of the year, you have an extended return period for most retailers. So that means that you have the opportunity to buy something at a decent price. Keep your eye on other vendors to see if they're selling the same thing at a lower price. You can always return to the original vendor and buy at a better price from another vendor. Then my last recommendation for you is to take some time and try to figure out what people actually want. It's easy enough for all of us to kind of get wrapped up in the material things, but are there other things that the people on your list want more than, things to open? If you listen hard enough, people will actually communicate what they want. A perfect example for me is, my basement's a mess, right? I've been wanting for months to work on my basement, even potentially years to work on my basement. If I could have someone who would say, you know what, for the holidays this year, I'm giving you my time. I'm going to take 3 or 4 hours with you on a cold Saturday afternoon in the winter. And we're going to just sort through the basement and we're going to have a good time together. We're going to put on some music and we're going to make it a good time. I would really appreciate that. That would be something that would be huge for me and would mean potentially a lot more than something that I'm going to open as a present on during the holidays. So keep those types of things in mind. Always look for those opportunities where you can make a meaningful impact for someone that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. So now I'd like to ask you, what are some of your favorite tips for saving money during the holidays? Feel free to shoot me an email. My email address is jhow@gencapmgmt.com. I would love to hear all the ways that you save money over the holidays. Maybe I'll even incorporate them into a video sometime, maybe do a best of reader feedback. Just reach out to me. Any questions that you have, we're always happy to help. Again, my name is John Howe-Wemett. I am a financial planner here at Generation Capital Management, and this was another episode of John's Top Tips.